You know, of course, a lot of people are asking why we're doing this now after like 25 years, why um, directly after the pandemic. And, a lot of the answer to this question lies already in the question itself. It is 25 years and there are 2 years of pandemic. Um, we're running this company very actively since 25 years. All the shareholders are working in the company full time. And working in a hotel is incredibly rewarding. It's probably one of the best jobs in the world, but it's also very demanding. It is a 24/7 job. It is a 7 days a week job. It is, your houses are full on Christmas and your houses are full on New Year's and on Easter and in the summer vacation. And after 25 years, some of the shareholders felt that they should kind of redistribute the balance between their private lives. Many of us got families and children in the last years. So there was a need for some people, some of the shareholders, to move a bit of their time to their families and to their private lives after running the circus for 20, 25 years. The second thing that's also very important, and I would like to mention this, we had, in the last 2, 3 years, we hired quite a lot of young people, partly in managing the different units, but also in the head office. And they were incredibly refreshing for the circus. They brought something completely new. They're closer to the new generation of our guests, in particular in the hostel. They brought a new perspective. They brought a changed set of values. They brought, for example, in the case of Louis, who's now a part of the management of the company, a very professional background, a new professional background, and they had capabilities and abilities that we don't have, or we don't have anymore. So we felt it is really a smart choice to, on the one hand side, keep the experience of the shareholders in the company, but also to open up space for a new generation to guide the circus into the next 25. In the past, the company was very much focused on the 5 shareholders. The 5 shareholders were working in the company, they were managing the different houses. So with the change in management, we also changed the whole company structures. So we decided to have a relatively small management board, and to integrate the different managers of the different units much more actively into running the company, to give them more space, to make sure they take more responsibility in their unit. The management itself is consisting of 3 people, which is Katrin, which you all know, everybody who knows the circus knows Katrin. Katrin always was the 6th shareholder of the company. She's since 10, 15 years a part of the management. She was a part of the shareholder meetings. And to be quite honest, it doesn't even feel as if something has changed, because she probably was the most influential person even before the change. Jim, who's one of the 5 shareholders who, different from the other 4, didn't want to reduce his working time. He was perfectly happy with the situation he had before, so he stayed in his position. He's the operational pillar of the company. Him and Katrin together know every single detail of the company. They are responsible for the stability of the company, mainly since 10, 15 years. So this is basically an extension of something we had in the past. The third is Louis, who's with us only since 2 years, a bit more than 2 years. He's a different generation. He's in his late 20s. He has a different background. He's coming from established hotellery. He's bringing sales and marketing capabilities that the company has never had before, that are very important for the future of the circus, but it's something we haven't had. He brings a professionalism into the company that had been a fantastic contribution, in particular in the very difficult last 18 months, 21, 22. So it's a very good mixture out of experience and a fresh perspective. This is one of the characteristics of this change is that it's a very fluent, very organic, transformatory change. We're not leaving the company completely. The shareholders are emotionally so strongly connected to the circus that of course, it was no option that all of us are going to disappear. and going to leave the circus. On the other hand, of course, we try and to make it easy for Katrin, and so we try to make space. What we decided was that the shareholder is going to stay a part of the company at least until the end of 23, to support Katrin and Jim and Louis, and to be of assistance as long as we can. So 4 of the 5 shareholders decided to reduce their working time from 5 to 3 days. Me taking care of new projects, financing, and contracts of the circus. Christian taking care of all questions surrounding construction-related questions. Tillman taking care of IT, software, and the hardware, the technical hardware of the company. And Andreas supporting Melanie, which is in the process of taking over the office, and being her backbone in the office, but as I said, for 3 days a week. It's, as you can imagine, it's like emotionally, after 25 years of giving all your time, and it's more than 40 hours, it's like, on the weekends, it's vacation, being connected to this company and see the company rise. And this is not, this is not an investment vehicle, this is our life. It is emotionally a very spectacular cut, and it comes with a lot of feelings involved.
How do I feel? I'm super excited. I'm only now realizing how big the job is, but altogether I'm just happy to move on with the circus, and I'm really curious to see what the future brings. What does the circus mean to me? Well, I've spent the last 15 years here, basically most of my adult life. I met my husband at the circus. I became a mom while being at the circus. I became a hotel manager at the circus. And now I'm the CEO of the circus. So it's basically been a massive part of my life. And I would say it's like family to me. Well, I've been the CEO for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say it's been quite a ride, but I have a fantastic team with me. In our senior management team, I have Louis and Jim, who bring so much experience and expertise that it's really moving us forward. Also, it's been a great chance for the rest of the team to find new positions. Like, we have a new head in our office, Melanie, who's been working alongside with us for couple of years now, is taking on the role of the office manager. Or Yuri, who has run the Circus Hotel alongside me for 4 years, is now suddenly in charge. And both of them are doing a really great job, and it's nice to have a well-rounded team with me. What do we have planned for the future? Well, as you can imagine, we always try to stay on top of the game, so we're always thinking about what can we do next. To be precise, for this winter, we're going to look at the hostel, we're going to redo the facade of the hostel, and we're also going to work on the breakfast offer in the hotel. I won't tell you more yet, you have to stay tuned.